Okay, we have one very big chapter behind us related to lists, and I hope everyone solved this and we can continue. And before we go to next complex area of learning Python, we will make some short video where I decide to talk a little bit more about comments and commenting in Python, because this is something what it's very useful and something what you will use very often. I will explain you why we actually need comments and when they are very useful to us and to people we work with. Base idea about comments is that you write yourself in your own code some notes in case that you have some break or complicated code to remind yourself what was your idea and what you tried to do. But also is very helpful if somebody after you start to work on your code that you give them precisely instruction what was your idea you're working on and what you're actually trying to do. So to simplify, we use comments to explain our code. For example, we can do here some simple comment where we say this is chapter where we learn about lists, right? So like you see, if you use Instagram, if you are an Instagram user, you are very familiar with this symbol we use to make a line to be line with comment. In my code, for example, when we start with everything, I also start first line with comment where I explain what we are trying to do, how many centimeter there is in meter. I'm doing this in case that somebody else start to upgrade this code to understand what I did so far, or I return back and I want to explain myself. For example, this is function to validate user input and receive only positive numbers. So now I know that this part of code is related only for validating positive numbers from user input. But another reason why we use comment is if you don't want to delete some part of your existing code, but you simply tell Python to don't execute that code. For example, in this code, when we run it, lists.py, we will get everything what we did in previous video. But if I don't want to add 100 here, I will comment this line. And now when I rerun this, I won't have 100 like you see. Maybe if you miss it, I will repeat again. You see now it's 100 here, but when I comment this line and rerun this code again, 100 will be gone because I comment this line. And this is also second way how we can use comment. And in Python there is commenting how to exclude multiple lines, and it's very easy to use. For example, if you want to exclude part of code from here to here, let's say like this, or to here, you can simply go on the place where you want to start with exclusion and make triple quote. And like you see, if I start from here, I will exclude everything after this. So I need to tell Python where I want to quit. And I want to quit here. And I make again triple quotes here. So I start here, I end up here, and I have now just my list and print. And when I start this code, that's it. And I get error. Why? Because they say name error, name days is not defined. Because you see here, when we have this list, it's called days, and now we don't have it here. That's why we have error. And printing numbers is here, it's excluded, so it cannot be run. And here, when we print days, there is no days because we exclude multiple lines, including variable where is days. If I want to avoid this, I will need simply to put these quotes here. Then again, start it here. I'm sorry, after days here. And put it here. And now when I run, I will get valid result because now I include days in my code. Like I said, this is super short video because this topic is very easy to understand for everyone. And this is something what we will need in future work. So it's my obligation to explain you in short words what comments are, how to use them. And I really hope this is super clear to everyone. Now let's go back to work and go to another video when we will start to talk about sets, which is another complex part in Python learning progress. See you next video, guys.